So guys, after yesterday's overview on the course content, today I brought up with some little engineering facts and insights based on the current market. Okay, so it will be like so we discussed on the course content and how does it helpful for you guys to cope up in the current days market. Okay, so before that, if you see why you want to improve your learning or improve your skill. Okay, so if you see in each year, so under engineering graduation, engineering graduates will be vast amount. You see, under engineering and technology alone, we have around 8 lakh candidates passing out, okay, successfully, and they are with different categories. You see, overall, we have 1.5 million students, which is like 15 lakh fresh graduates are coming from each year. So you want to be different, then only you can able to survive in current days market. Okay, so I'll take just 5 minutes for these contents. Okay, so out of which you see only around 30% of the fresh engineers, they are getting job related to the education. And okay, in software line, if you see around 15 lakh engineers, there are only 2.2 lakhs are placed. Okay, with the overall salary of 3 to 5 lakh per annum. And if you see, there is a like the attrition rate on each company will be higher. Okay, so why that is happening? Does anyone think about it? Yes, any idea? You can speak up, guys. Why it is happening? Like, so each year 15 lakh fresh graduates are coming to the market. Out of them, 2.5 lakh are placing in the relevant industry and 2 lakhs in IT industry. And even the attrition is also higher on each year. So what may be the reason for that? Does anybody have any idea?
See, there are multiple verticals for this purpose. This attrition rate and the salary restructuring or salary less than the Manrega labor salary. So the first
Okay.
thing which I would like to address here, that one thing, that the people are not able to even they have some knowledge, but they are not able to explain their knowledge. This is the one thing. The second thing, they don't have the knowledge, but it's still their profile is lying on the various job portals. They pretend that they have the knowledge. Just like in not in today's era, from the beginning, I am seeing from 2004 onwards that 60% in the IT industry, people are worthless, especially the managers.
Okay.
Only some, the sales and marketing, if I leave those people, then managers are generally 70% of manager are worthless. They are just saving their job. This is the one thing. Now the attrition rate is why high, not attrition rate, but the layoff and the scenario, because now the pyramid structure is going to restructure itself.
Yeah.
And that's why they are out of the market, their technology, their skill set. They were sitting on the comfort zone, and now the organization understand that I am just, you can say that, uh, paying their
May I know your name, sir?
installment, home EMI, and just let them off, fire them. So that's why this is the one reason. The salary structure, the
Uh,
second part which you said,
okay.
the salary structure is a little bit low, because in India, people does not, there is no salary structure in the private sector from the government side. So few people who deserve more than 10 lakh rupees, they are working on 2 lakh rupees. Few people who deserve 1,000 rupees, they are working on 10 lakh rupees. So it totally,
Yeah,
because
that may be a bit harsh and say when we say like many having no knowledge and sitting. But the thing we can go softer. Like we can take the positive points from your thought. May I know your name, sir?
Rahul.
Rahul. Yeah, you have many valid points, but if you see, not only like if okay, let's take the
I,
scenario.
I'm
If
sorry. One thing.
yeah,
Sorry, sir.
yes,
I'm sorry if you are manager and I addressed.
no, absolutely fine. We have to take the facts alone. It's not like each one's role. Okay, so
Yes, yes.
from your point, I want to discuss like okay, you told like whoever sitting in uh, they are not worth for 10 lakh and getting 10 lakh, okay, and whoever are worth more than 10 lakh they are getting 1 lakh and 2 lakh. Okay, we will go to the second scenario. If he is worth more than 10 or 12 lakhs, okay, and he's sitting in 2 lakh, then whose mistake is that, Rahul? And why that's
The
happening? So if you see, even in layoff scenario also, you see many is placing in companies, okay, right? IT companies, even get placing in higher salary, whomever not doing justice to the salary, then those guys will face some consequences, right? And we have to agree like who is having skill and who is having like everything, but unfortunately they are facing also some kind of firing or layoffs, those things. That's unfortunate. Anyhow, if he's having skill, definitely you will get opportunity in different company, right?
Sir, if you allow me, then I give you
Yeah,
one example. One of my colleague,
yes, yeah,
he was having around a 6 to 7 year experience working with me, and
okay,
he was getting merely 8 to 7 lakh rupees CTC.
okay,
Although
okay,
I know he was the more talented than 12 years experienced
okay,
person.
okay, yeah,
Now, when I left that organization after a few months, he also left the organization and got another opportunity. So he asked me that, "Arey yaar, I am getting this much salary. If I go somewhere, the maximum they will give me the 30 or 40% high. So what should I do? And you know my skill set." So I simply said, "Edit your salary slip," and he did that. And can you believe the next company offered him 24 LPA
yeah,
from 7 to 24 LPA? And now he is working in from last 2 years in that company, and he receives a client feedback. Without this person, this project cannot move in further level, next level.
okay, okay, fine. From your example itself we can take, okay. So he's worth more than 24 lakhs. Then
Just
why
one
is
second,
he
sir. Sir,
wasting?
one thing. One person commented that it is not ethical. So I
Okay.
believe that IT is a virtual industry. Correct, sir? Which is the
Yes.
virtual? How that industry can expect everything is the real?
So I'm not getting your question, Rahul. Can you come again?
IT is a virtual industry, right, sir?
Yeah.
You see the software, but how it
Uh,
is working, you don't see. You cannot see that. Correct?
yeah.
Okay, sir. Go ahead. People are
Okay.
getting
I'll
annoyed.
tell one thing.
Yes,
So
yes, yes. Sorry, sorry.
your question is 2 hours, but like we have to make one thing now. So we are editing the salary slip. Everything is fine until you are getting caught. Okay, something if he is having that much skill set to earn 24 lpa, then why does he is editing his salary slip? Instead of it he can take one offer, then he can what he can negotiate with other company, no, he can keep on attending the interviews. The same example I can take with my colleagues. What happened? No, he was working more than 5 years in my company. Then he was enriching his knowledge. After that, he attended one interview. He got some package, and he was keep on. He was continuously attending the interviews with other companies. So what happened? So he's telling like, okay, from this company, I got this much package. Okay, and from the second company, while he's attending the third interview, he's telling, okay, he's providing this much package. He's showcasing his talent. So our talent must speak, no, instead of editing it. So just say you're telling virtual industry, but everything will be caught, right? Will it survive for? Will it work out for everyone?
Those people who are smart can handle this situation. Rest people can watch Pogo.
Then it will go like whoever making some unethical things, they can survive. Otherwise, they can't survive. It will go like that, no? So which will cause like, so if one guy caught, everybody they will get they face the scrutinizing, right, Rahul?
Yeah,
So
yes.
one guy is doing that. Due to that, they can doubt other guys. So always this is not a suggested way, but the workplace politics will happen everywhere. So
Yeah,
we
I
have to,
agree, agree, agree,
yeah.
agree.
Okay, fine. Okay, it's going out of the topic. We will see this side. From that, as you told, many points, and we can take some positive points from your thought, and we can leave, which is not ethical. We can leave it because, like always in the industry, if you are not ethical, it is difficult to survive. Not only in IT industry, in each and every industry, if you are not ethical, it's pretty much difficult to survive, and it will cause firing for other guys also. Okay, fine. So we'll see the job offerings for each in Naukri portal. Okay, so if you see for ETL testing, we are having around 1,92,080 opportunities. Likewise, for each and every different role. Actually, for these roles, I've listed here, are I'm covering some of the basics for these roles. Okay, they can understand. Okay, fine. I'll start with the session, actual session. Okay. So now we will go with the introduction part of ETL. Okay. Now, so in yesterday's session itself, they told ETL is like extract, transform, load. So what are they extracting? Can somebody tell, guys? They can speak up, no issues. Whoever want to talk
Data,
or
raw
discuss.
data, raw
Okay.
data, sales data.
Okay. Okay. Sales data, raw data. Why they want to extract and they want to extract it? Since already it will be there in some kind of
OLTP data,
medium, right?
basically. OLTP data.
Okay, OLTP data, exactly. So why they want to do the extraction?
For analysis purpose.
For analysis purpose. By doing analysis, what they are going to do and what will be the endpoint?
Uh, for analysis, they take the business decision based on the report generated, the visual report or data which they have captured and extracted after cleansing and all the things, so that the business go on the right track. They can generate the maximum revenue. This is the one thing. The end is that based on that data, they can target their particular audience. That these audience are high paid audience, these are the medium paid audience, these are the lower paid audience. Accordingly, they can sell their product, provide the different schemes. So the end is always the generate the maximum revenues in terms of sales, marketing, all the things.
Yeah, yes, Rahul, uh, absolutely your answers are correct. Okay, which will answer what is ETL, need for ETL, goal for ETL, everything. I appreciate you. Okay, so
Thank you, sir.
everyone understanding, right, guys? From Rahul's answers. So ETL is like a process we are doing. Okay, the process I'm going to run on top of the data. Okay, the data will be available. Why I want to do ETL? Okay, so if for example we can take some real time system, which is one IRCTC server. Okay, so they can maintain server in different regions, right? They can keep one server in north region and central region, southeast, like that. They can maintain different servers to run the business without affecting anything. Now, while they are maintaining the server, or like some regional data, okay, suppose if you see in northeast, there the networks can't be good enough. So, for example, they can maintain a different database or different system for tracking the railway related bookings and other activities. Now, I want to bring everything into a single system, and I want to prepare an end user report, okay, to improve my business. Okay, for that, I want to extract the data from all the regions. Okay, suppose let's take some example with international level. Some servers are maintained inside India. Okay, and there they are storing some sales information. They are storing it in a SSMSDB, nothing but SQL Server Management Studio. And in some other country, they are maintaining in Oracle. In some other country, they are maintaining as some file systems. Okay, now I want to bring everything into a identical region or identical medium. So for bringing all the data inside a similar region, it's called for that we have to do the process of ETL. In that ETL process, in the ETL process, exactly the extract will be nothing but extracting the data. Okay, so now after completing the extract step, okay, everything, all the data from all the regions are brought into my system. For example, my system will be like an Azure, which is a cloud-based server. All data sources. Okay, suppose I'm having, let's say, banking region, banking domain. For the banking domain, I have loan related informations. Okay, then what tax related informations, customer related informations, and the shares they are maintaining, and the policies they are maintaining. They want to buy a gold bond, those kind of informations. So it will be vast. Each source can't be maintained in a single source or single database. It may be from different source. Something can be a file format. Something can be an database format. Something can be on a JSON format. Some information they can maintain in Salesforce API. Now, what does the ultimate goal is to bringing all data inside my system. Okay, so I'm doing extraction. After doing extraction, the next step will be cleansing the data. Okay, we will go deeply in upcoming sessions. Cleansing is nothing but removing unwanted data. Okay, unwanted data or miscommunicated data or misaligned data. So it's from higher level. You're removing unwanted informations from that, or some uh, miscommunicated informations. After cleansing it, you want to do a transformation. Before doing the transformation, you have to receive the requirement from end user. Okay, end user is nothing but like, if suppose I'm running a business, so I want the report to be generated in this way. From that report, I want to grow my business. So I want some analytical or statistical data based on previous running. For example, in the same example of this course itself, we can take no. So in my previous, this is my fourth class. Okay, for the fourth class, for example, fourth class, what is the count of students in previous three class? Okay, will it be increasing or decreasing? I want to take them into the consideration. If it is increasing, okay, at what percentage it is increasing? If it is decreasing, at what percentage it is decreasing? And what is the common from the students they are attending the class? These and all I need. So this is my requirement. So how it will be done? So from some IT team, they are maintaining some database for each and every users who are joining from demo session till class 1 to class n, till last class, how many students are attending on each day. Okay, why it is reducing? Is it due to personal reason, or is it due to some inefficiency by the trainer? Likewise, we have to do a deep analysis. For that, I want to bring all the data or all the tables which is maintained in different regions and into a identical or in single source, single target. Then I have to do some joins or some kind of manipulations on the tables and data. Then I want to uh, feed the end data to the report. There I can see, okay, what is the count increasing, what is the increasing percentage. If it is negative, it means that it is reducing. If it is positive, it's keep on increasing. So I can do better analysis for that. That is the main reason of doing ETL. Okay, so the need for ETL, we have 2 points. One is for business analysis and to grow the business higher. I want to prepare the reports in business intelligence. Okay. Then goal for ETL will be business intelligence and data analytics for future predictions. So what happened? The predictions can happen based on the predictions. You can provide the data to ML and train some models. Then the predictions can happen on top of that model which was trained. Then it can be connected to AI. That's how your AI models are designed. What serves as a source for that? Your table. From the table, what's having your inside the table. So you have the analyzed data or analytical data. Okay. And the next one, data warehousing. Data warehousing is nothing but collecting the informations from multiple sources and keeping in a single source. That single source is called like data warehousing. So you can ask like, what is the difference between ETL and data warehousing? In simple terms, okay, ETL is a process of doing extraction, transformation, and load on top of the data. Okay, but you have some base ground node for storing the data and organizing the data. That base is called your data warehouse. Okay, let's say in real time or like in local language, what's warehouse? Suppose Amazon is maintaining their warehouse. They will have all their product inside that warehouse. If order comes, they will ship that product and they will deliver it. Okay. If it is returning, then it will go to their warehouse, local warehouse. That's the same thing with data warehouse also. You will have all the data. You will have history data, incremental data, and like so. If you see what is and why we call this as data warehouse, which means like even before past 10 years also, you will have the data stored here. If you want to retrieve it based on some certain conditions or certain process, you can extract the data from the data warehouse. So that's called, in simple terms, your ETL is a process, data warehouse is a base ground. There you are playing your or doing your process. Okay, any doubt, guys? Hello, guys, can there is any doubts? Can ask, guys.
No.
Okay, fine. Thanks for confirming. Okay, now we can go to the next slide. Now, what is ETL? It is a three-phase computing process. What is the three-phase? We have discussed it, no? Jyotsna, can you please try? Sorry. Can somebody answer, guys? What is the three-phase? Yes,
Extract,
exactly. It is
transform.
extract, transform, load. That's called three-phase computing process. So what we are doing in extract, transform, and load we discussed. And ETL system will commonly integrate data from different sources. As I told, we can have the data from different source. Like I'm getting some JSON file for customer details. They want to keep the security on customer information. Then they will store that instead of storing it in SQL table, they will keep it in a file. So I want the customer details also has to be processed in some better cloud environment or in some better environment, which provides some security for my customer information. Now I can integrate all the data from different sources and I can make better processing on it. Next involves batch processing. So what is the meaning for batch processing? Somebody wants to try? So first, what is batch?
Batch means suppose we have a 10 million data, so we
No,
cannot
no,
process.
we can go over a higher level thing. In common. What do you call batch?
Batch means the chunks in chunks.
Yeah. So better we can tell with this session itself. So this is a batch, no? This is my fourth batch, right? For example,
Yes,
this is my sixth batch of students, or this is my 10th batch of students. Okay, so now you are getting know what is batch. So batch will be like suppose in 2014 batch, some students are passing out. 2025 batch, 10 lakh students are passing out. That's called batch, no? A set of data which is coming on a particular time is called batch. Okay, so I want to do a processing on that batch. Suppose if it is a single batch, it is very easy, but in like international level business I'm running now, I'm getting some medical related information on each batch. What is the they will have some medicine research in each facilities, and they are keeping a batch scheduled for twice a week, okay, or 2 weeks once. On 2 weeks once, what and all the medicines they have researched, or what and all the side effects they found on the medicine they have brought up, okay, they want to store everything. Now you can say there's a batch processing. Then what you want to do, you have to clearly maintain an id for this batch student. So for example, this batch, let's say this is 10th batch, what will be the id? So ETL testing batch number 10 is the id for that. So if I want to get your detail, for example, we have Rahul, we have Saranya, okay, I want to know when they have joined, Saranya or Rahul. Okay, I can get the batch 10. And if in my previous batch, some other students joined with the same name, then those also, those guys also will be displayed. Now I want to segregate it higher granularity. Now what do I need to use some index. So what's that index? It can be like their ID, which is associated, or some of their initials, or last names, or their mobile number is a perfect ID, perfect index for that person who joined the session. Using their mobile number, we can particularly identify their that student. So this is called batch. Now I want to do process of batch, that's called batch processing. So how I can do a processing of batch? Now what Rahul told, right? Rahul, you came to tell like 10 lakh records, right? Now can you please go ahead with that example?
yeah. So suppose we have a 10 million records or 10 lakh records. So if I am going to extract all the data at once, so it may disrupt, it may because due to some system resource issue, the processor, due to that or the network issue, my data can be corrupted or may not be import all the data at once. So what we do that instead of extracting all the data at once, we can go for chunks. Let's say 1 lakh data for every 10 minutes or 1 hour or 30 minutes. We can set the time, and this process we generate we automate this process so that in every 30 minutes or 15 minutes 1 lakh data or 5 lakh or 2 lakh data are going to import on my staging area, where we are going to cleanse the data basically.
Okay, that's one of the example. That's one of the point, and we have some more points also.
The one thing also I can give, let me correct me if I'm wrong. So suppose that we have extracted 1 month data in our staging area, and day by day the OLTP data is also getting increased, right? Due to some transaction issue and all the things. So we can set a time like for every 3 days, we can get all the whatever the data is added in the OLTP source database, that can be extracted and again move to the staging area. So that is also we can do for that.
Can you please come again, Rahul? I'm not getting your exact question.
Okay, so suppose we have a 10 lakh data that we
Okay.
have extracted and moved to our staging area. Now,
Okay.
that all the data are from OLTP database, correct?
Okay. Yeah.
So in that particular database we have extracted, because that was the historical data or 1 month back data, but day by day every day OLTP data is also getting increased because some transaction is happening on the store and all the things. So whatever the new data is coming in the OLTP database, we also need that for the analysis purpose. So we can set a time bounded, like every week
Yes.
or every third day, we can extract the add-on data, whatever added in the OLTP. Let's say in
Yes.
the 1 lakh data we have extracted. Now in 1 week, again the 10,000 data added in the OLTP. So we are extracting only 10,000 data.
Yes. Exactly. That's also called a batch processing.
Yes.
So your question, you asked this as a question, right, Rahul?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So this is also example for batch processing. So now I explain in simple terms. So with your first point, Rahul. So usually that won't happen. Even how much data is there from the source, they will go at source by source. Okay, they don't run all the sources at a stretch. Okay, they will what instead of splitting single source into different chunks, they will based on some conditions they will define different source of data. Okay, I'm running only sales data now and running customer data now, like that they will design different sources. So it won't affect mostly because nowadays we are having high computing resources are there. If you see in Azure, okay, we have Azure cloud. In that Azure cloud we have a cluster is nothing but a computing resource. Using that computing resource, even you can set your processing speed for 100 MB of data at 1 minute, even 1 GB of data at 10 minutes. Like that, you can define your own computing speed. So, with your second step only. So, on each day, your online transactional processing. For example, you have one credit card. Okay, to other students also, you have a credit card. On each day you are swiping your card, okay, and getting some informations from backend. Okay, you will have some 256 bits of informations will be tracked when you swiping your card in an device. Okay, so likewise for each swipe there is 256 bytes of data will evolve around the backend systems. Now just think, it won't stop no with today alone. If you are running one time load, it will extract all the data from source and it will load into the target. Now on day 2, okay, I'm running my first job now till November 4, 9:40. What and all the data available in the source system, I moved everything to the target. And when I'm coming to tomorrow morning, in the meantime, after 9:42 till tomorrow morning, some information might be there, right? Suppose the same IRCTC website. Okay, till 9:42, I processed the data. After 9:42, many must have booked a ticket, or many must have cancelled the ticket. Many process can happen, guys. Others also getting right. I'm getting answers from Rahul alone. Can somebody also speak up, guys?
Yes, sir. I'm able to understand.
Okay, okay, Shri. And so on each time gap, you will get a new data which is putting into the system. Now I want to process that also. So now I have to involve the batch processing. So now let's say I'm scheduling, I'm creating one ETL pipeline or some job or workflow, okay, which is fetching the data till today 9:45 p.m. After that, okay, I'm scheduling it on each day 9:45 p.m. So what happens now? At first time till 9:45 p.m. what and all the data is there will be loaded to the target for my further processing. After November 4, 9:45 p.m. it will again run after on 9:45 p.m. November 5th. Then what it takes from 9:46 p.m. of November 4 till 9:45 p.m. November 5th. For example, I'll show you. I have one server. I'm maintaining one server. Okay, that records will be loaded in database. Okay, database A. Okay, and currently I'm holding 1 lakh records. Okay. Now I'm making my ETL process. Okay, ETL process. So out of which I'm extracting that 1 lakh record on day 1. Day 1. Okay. Let's say 9:45 p.m. So this is source. This is my target. Okay, on 9:45 p.m. I'm running this ETL process. Okay, which is I've scheduled it as a batch processor or like scheduler. Using scheduler, I've created this process, which process will fetch all that 1 lakh records and put into the target. At 9:45 p.m., source and target are in sync. Okay, now source and target are in sync. Now I'm going on some 10 p.m. This 1 lakh record changed as 1 lakh 1 records. But the process already executed on 9:45 p.m. So once it is executed at the time, that 1 lakh record will be there until the job runs again. Okay, so suppose I'm scheduling this ETL job to execute 2 hours once. Okay, the next scheduling will happen on 11:45, right? So I'm taking some cutoff time at 11:30. It may have 1 lakh 10 records, but in target it will have 1 lakh records only. So once it reaches 1:45 p.m., then it will again, that ETL process again triggered. Okay, this 1 lakh 10 records are the remaining 10 records, which and all loaded as part of 9:45 p.m. load. Okay, this process loaded 1 lakh records. after this 9:45 p.m. till 11:45, how many records got added? Can somebody answer, guys?
Just 10
10
records.
records. That 10
11 records.
records alone, it's 10 lakh to 10 lakh 10. No, this 10 lakh, this 10 records got added. Okay, added to the already available 1 lakh records. Now 1 lakh 10 will be resultant. So at 11:45, it will be in sync. So based on the business need, they will schedule this job. It may be like hourly, or it may be like
So just
half an hour
sir,
once.
sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt you, sir. So
yeah,
here,
yeah, Rahul.
the 10 new records
Yeah.
in a database one, that may be the OLTP. So
Yes,
the
exactly.
so in my target area,
Mhm.
ho- what kind of process is running? ETL process is the overall. You can say the umbrella under ETL process, everything is happening.
Yeah.
So this is happening under the SCD1, SCD2, 3, or 4.
So I will explain that when I'm going to the SED area. So here the SED, why I'm going to SED is like that's purely based on the project need and based on the data architect while they are planning their architecture. Okay. Once I'm explaining the architecture, I will come to that area. Okay, Rahul.
Okay,
But
okay,
your question is valid. Okay. If you want now, so suppose I'm maintaining SED type 2. Okay. SED type 2 I'm maintaining. Now this 10 records will be taken. Okay, whether it is like added records or updated records, it can be deleted records even. Suppose this 1 lakh and 10 we have in from the 1 lakh, it comes to 1 lakh 10. In this in between this 2 hours, just take 20 new records added. Okay, 10 records deleted. Okay, 2 records got updated. Initial record I have 1 lakh. Now at this point 20 new records got added means like 1 lakh and 20 records. At this step 10 records got deleted means 1 lakh 10 records because 10 was deleted from the source system. And at the step 3, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay, so 1 lakh 10 at step 2, and step 3 you updated 10 records, newly added, deleted, updated 2 records. So even though after updating you will have same 1 lakh 10 records. So now here by looking at 1 lakh 10 itself, you can't tell only 10 new records added. It may be anything. By comparing all 1 lakh data only, you can tell whether it is deleted, updated, or newly added. All right, you're getting the answer, Rahul.
yes, yes, sir. Yes,
So to handle these kind of scenarios, you are bringing SCD into your system. Clear?
yes, yes.
Okay. So here at the stage 1, from while I'm moving data from source to target, I'm not involving any SCD. Simply I'm moving all the data which is there in source to target. After moving to target, then I'm doing some more layers, and from this data I'm doing some transformations or doing some activities. Then I'm maintaining my SCD. Okay.
Mm.
So this is how the data is moved from source to target using batch processing. So let's say which will answer for real-time data streaming also. For example, many will see cricket, right? Can somebody explain how does the ClickBus app will work other than Rahul or Sri? Can somebody answer, guys, to make it more interactive? I want others to talk. Or can I pick someone, guys? Ram, Piyush, or Vishal? guys? Seems like nobody interested to talk. Divya?
Hi, sir. Can you tell me what's the exact question?
Okay. So you see cricket, no?
Yeah, yeah.
You watch cricket. Okay. So you must have heard about ClickBus app, right?
Sorry.
ClickBus app. You will see cricket scores in online, no?
No, sir. Actually, I'm not much
Okay.
following
Let's say,
that.
for example,
I know the
you
game.
have.
Can you give me
Okay.
some other example? I try to explain.
Okay. I will go with some other example. You have share market. Okay. You have Grow app
Yeah.
and Paisa app. Like that, we have different apps for getting the information of each shares, each company shares for investment,
Okay.
right? Now
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is changing, keep on changing on each minute or each second. It may be like every minute the value may change, right?
Yes, yes.
So can you please explain how that works?
So in the real time, the data keeps on changing in the source, as you said.
Okay.
Depends on the market behavior.
Yeah. So the same thing is called. I think I have answered it instead of taking only question. So real-time data streaming.
Yeah, yeah.
They will set like they will keep on trigger in between. Okay, on each second. Okay, whenever the value keep on changing. If it is same. Okay, for example, I'm taking some Tata products, Tata Steel. Whenever the value having no spike, it will keep the trigger don't trigger. Okay, let's say for the alarm, it doesn't trigger as like a car alarm we have, no? Whenever you touch the car, it will trigger the alarm and the sound comes. If you're not touching the car, unauthorized touching or unauthorized access, it don't trigger. If whenever that unauthorized access happens, it will trigger the alarm and the sound comes. Like the same way in real-time data streaming, whenever the spike happens with the current value, that will be updated with the target systems. That's called
Means
real-time data processing.
live data, right?
Yes, live data. If it is same, okay, the value doesn't change across 10 minutes. So what happens? Oh, the cutoff will be done in same share market data on each minute. I want to update it. Like the curve has to be in straight line. Likewise, they will schedule it and they will keep it with the same data. Whenever the spike happens, at the time itself, the trigger will be triggered. Trigger is nothing but a job. Okay, to monitor the data, we will have some jobs will be created when the data will be changing with the previous one. Always the data will be cross verified against the current data, which will be like each minutes or each second or each millisecond. It will be verified. When the value changes, it will trigger the job, and the job will upload the target, the actual source data to the target. This is called real-time data streaming. Any doubt, guys, till this point?
So it's not like batch processing. It will keep on
So,
streaming all the
batch
time
processing will
from
be
source
like,
to target.
yeah, batch processing is a different scenario where you
Okay.
have like around, it may be 10 records, it may be 100 records, it may be lakhs and lakhs of records. Okay, not only one source will be watched. You'll watch all the data.
Haran, it's too much of noise from somewhere.
Actually, my son is shouting. Sorry, guys.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, I have to. It's not like I came to a separate area. He came again. I'll avoid it. No issues, guys. I'll try to avoid it from tomorrow. Okay. Really sorry for that. And so when you tell batch processing is like at a particular time period. It will be in between. So it'll be like it may be like 1 hour,
I can
2 hours.
just one example. Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Just like if you go for the bank and in the bank there is a RTGS process. So bank
Yes.
asks you to fill the form and submit in the batch in, let's say, 12:30 to 1 p.m. They have fixed one batch. Then 1:30 to 2 p.m. Then 2:15 to 2:30 or 2:45, whatever the time. So in
Yes.
that particular time, how many RTGS application they have received? They will
Yeah.
process all the things at once. So just
Yes.
like it goes in the batch process. So that's why in the RTGS process, when the bank transfer, it recipient receive money a little delayed. Let's say you submit the form at 12 p.m. at the bank, and bank says that their batch process will start at 12:30. So after 12:30, your request will go and the transfer will happen.
Yes.
So this is
Exactly.
kind
That's
of
called batch
batch
processing.
process.
Yeah. Who asked that question? Someone asked me. Guys, can you please speak? Who asked that question? Is it Saranya or someone?
Are you asking about the question that difference
No, no,
between
no.
batch processing and live
Someone asked
streaming?
the no. Actually, someone asked the question. So is it
No,
different from
I
batch
didn't
processing?
ask.
Okay, fine. Fine. So this is called batch processing. At a particular time, it will be set. Till that time, what and all the data comes in can be bulk or a single data. Whereas in real-time data streaming, only one source. Okay, suppose share is running. Okay, on that share source server, Tata Steel shares alone will be watchful. In that, whenever the spike is happening, whenever the spike is happening, that will be uploaded. It will cause a trigger and it will upload it in the target. That's called real-time data streaming. Whereas batch processing is like a particular time, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, 1 day, 2 day, or a week, or a bi-week, or 2 weeks once, monthly once, yearly once. It may be vary based on the business needs. Now you are getting right, guys. What's batch processing and what is real-time data streaming? Okay, I will take it as yes. And the final point today's class will be we are doing this process to provide the data to the data analytics and machine learning industry. So currently we have these two uses or these two applications for doing or processing the data. Okay, guys. Guys, if you have any doubts or questions, you can go ahead. Otherwise, we can wind up the session for today. Okay. I'm really sorry for today. A lot of background noise from my side. I'll try to avoid it from tomorrow. Can I take this as no question, guys?
No questions for it.
Okay. Yeah, Shri, something you came to tell?
One thing, sir, in the course, I need to yesterday I could not join. So
Okay,
just
fine.
want to know that in this course we are going to learn this ETL process and all the things, and you are going to teach us the Informatica or other tool
No, it
like
is like
Talent,
SSIS. Okay. It is with
SSIS.
SSIS. Yeah.
Okay.
You'll have SSIS as your ETL tool, okay, for running pipelines. And for doing ETL testing, you will have SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. And for a reporting side, you will have Power BI. And for automating, you will have a little bit Python and PyTest. Okay. These and all, everything happens with non-cloud environment. And with cloud environment, we will discuss about Azure. Okay. And you can go to the course content for each session and what will be discussed on each session as mentioned clearly. Okay.
So now these days, sir, they are also asking, let's say, uh, glue. AWS Glue and
Yeah, no, those are not part of the scores. Here we are discussing about Azure Cloud. Okay, Rahul?
okay.
No AWS
And
and all.
PySpark, they are also asking the PySpark. So are we going to cover this also,
No,
sir?
no, no. Only PyTest, not
Okay.
PySpark and all. I'll give one example for PySpark and data frame, those and all, but not in a deep level. If you want to get it deeper level, so this is your website, actually the course website. Here I've mentioned class-wise split. Okay, on class one, what is going to be discussed, and next class, class two, class three, class four, class five. So on each class, in SQL, what and all I'm going to discuss. Okay, then SSIS lab sessions, Power BI lab sessions, PyTest automation framework, what I'm going to discuss here. Okay, and how many classes I'm going to discuss, then Azure, what and all I'm going to discuss, and what will be part of this course. I've clearly provided it here. You can refer it.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay,
And
Rahul?
one last question, sir.
Yes,
So
please
we
go
are
ahead.
going to use SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. That is a
Yeah.
paid tool. Correct, sir?
No, 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 it's not a paid tool. You can use free version.
We will use the free version, but the organization use the paid one. Correct, sir?
Yes,
So now, just want to know that we are that our database which we are going to use, it is not for the transaction process and all the thing, only for the cleansing of the data, data quality improvement, basically the transformation. Correct. So
yes.
why we are using the paid tool? My organization use the paid tool. Why not using the MySQL or the Postgres SQL?
Can you come again, Rahul?
This is the SQL Server Management Studio. That is a GUI, but basically that works on the SQL Server. So SQL Server is a paid tool. Organization doesn't use the free version. Correct, sir?
Yes, exactly.
So why they are investing so much amount in that particular database, while they can use the developer or the tester can do the cleansing and all the things on the Postgres database, Postgres SQL, or that is a free of cost, and most of the organization are using that one. The next one is the MySQL, sorry, MySQL. That is also 88th version. That is the free of cost. So forget
So,
about the because limited feature with the MySQL, but Postgres is the very superb database. I have used all the databases: SQL, MySQL, SQL Server, Oracle, MariaDB, Postgres. I have used all the leading database. So why not organization are using the Postgres SQL, which is free of cost, and that is a structure and a structure both they are providing.
yeah, that was wonderful question, Rahul. Okay. So it's like nothing like, even though if it is provided as free, all the security enhancements or security features. So may I know you're a tester or developer? Of a tester or developer you have worked in the,
Currently, I am unemployed, sir.
sorry?
Currently unemployed.
Okay. Okay,
But
fine.
earlier I was working as a Java developer, tester, initially tester, then moved to the Java developer, then
Okay.
the
Did you
business
work as
analyst,
a
then
admin?
database developer.
Okay, fine. Did you work as admin? Database admin, DBA?
Admin, I have
Okay.
not worked, developer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all. So you can do development or testing through that UI with the limited features or limited resources. When you are bringing for like huge project or huge organization, you can't use free versions blindly because you don't have security features first. Okay, you don't have. So suppose I'm creating a database, I want to share credentials, I want to share the database with 10 resources or like 20 resources or 20 persons are using same database, then
Hmm.
I want performance to be higher because no one should not get any lagging in that. Correct?
Yes.
So likewise, we have many features as in consideration. Since this is a
No, no,
training
I am
session,
personally, if you ask me, then I am big fan of SQL Server. Lot
okay.
of good feature, even better than I feel better than Oracle. But
So you're
it
asking,
was
so your question was like, why the companies working are using paid version instead of free version? That's what your question, right?
because I have seen that maximum company does not give
Yeah, that's what I'm
doesn't
telling.
give the
That's what I'm
window
telling.
environment to the developers.
So,
They give
so
the
yeah,
Linux.
yes. So it will be like we have different criteria from different vendors, right? So they can have everyone having their own security concerns on each project. The main thing is like whenever you are working with ETL projects, mainly you are handling a data. Data in the sense, data is an asset for them. Even if you are taking some 1 lakh rupees from them or one
Yes,
crore rupees from
of
them,
course, sir. Data is
that is
asset for
not
every
their thing.
organization.
So
Doesn't
for
matter.
the
It is
data, it must be they are ready to spend at most whatever they can spend till their higher level. They are ready to spend to save their data, to safeguard
yes,
their data.
yes.
That is the main reason for you going to the paid versions, because all security kind of implementations will be provided paid versions only.
Okay, okay.
For learning perspective only, they are providing free versions and free features. If you go Azure Cloud with the free versions, you will have very limited assets and limited resources are available. When you go with paid versions, all assets you can access. That's the reason for them. They want to customize according to their company policy, okay, according to their vendor policy, according to their customer policy, okay.
Just last question, sir. I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah, go ahead, Ram.
In a maximum interview, ETL tester, I have seen that and observed that they expect from tester to extract, load, clean, transform, create pipeline, moving data into warehouse, then providing BI report using Power BI or the Tableau or any other software. Then what the developer does? If everything is done by
Okay.
the tester, then
So
what
here, everything
he's
will
getting
not be
pension
done by
only.
tester. Yeah, everything will not done by tester. So typically, in some projects it can happen, but in if you see in real time, so the pipeline implementations, pipeline execution, everything will be done by developers. Okay, suppose with this example, we saw no, still I'm in screen sharing only. Right? You can see my screen, right?
Excel sheet we are able to see, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So this is source. This is target. This is target. Okay. The tester typically will have access to the source system, target system. That's it. In
Mm.
intermediate, this ETL process implementation and execution, everything will done by developer. This is what happens with conventional ETL testing or ETL process.
So
Okay.
who creates the
And
pipeline?
it will be developer. Okay. But
Is
you
it
have to
strange,
make
sir?
the, sorry.
You are saying developer, but I have attended few of the
Yeah,
interviews.
that's what I'm telling. Yeah, yeah, go ahead, Rahul. You have
Even
attended
in
few
all the
interview.
interview, they ask me how to create pipeline. Then
So,
I got frustrated, and in once I told the interviewer, "Do you have a developer heard what ETL developer? That person will create the pipeline. Everything if I am doing, then I am alone working there, or some other people are also working in my team.
okay,
So
suppose in some unfortunate projects or some unfortunate due to budget constraint, they can rely on a single resource. They can able to create pipeline and they can have to do the testing, everything. But the conventional way, I told no. So in most of the companies, they will recruit developers for creating pipelines and these things. Okay, but that doesn't mean like you no need to understand how the pipeline creation, how it will fetch the data, everything. No. So the main thing here will be the understanding of the system. If you understood the system, then understanding the pipeline creation is not a big deal, right, Rahul?
Yeah, that is fine. I'm able to create the pipeline by taking help with this and that. This is
Then
the
that's not
worthless.
an
That
issue.
why they are making nonsense things during the interview. How you write the Python script to create a moving data from the raw data to CSV data to the database.
Okay. May I know your total years of experience, Rahul?
I have automation experience around 5 years. I can say that 3 years Selenium, 2.5 year in Playwright.
So what's your total experience in ETL area?
ETL area, I don't have any experience, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. Fine.
This
So
all I
if
have
you
learned.
see, so I'm amazed to uh, hear that everything has to be done by a single resource, but it won't happen in all the projects and all the companies. So usually the ETL
Even I
developer
can
will
show
do.
you, I have received one interview call. I can show you the JD, and that was in the Wipro.
Haran, I'm really
That,
sorry to interrupt you
Hey,
here. As a
Haran,
see, if,
can
if someone see
Haran,
who is holding the 5 years of experience from the tested, obviously they will ask for the ELT experience because he has to be deal with offshore and onshore projects. So there might be the ask. Anyway, your class is over, right? Done, right, Haran,
yeah,
for
yeah,
today?
yeah, Sri.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Yes.
done for
Thanks.
today.
Thanks, Haran. I'm
Okay,
leaving
Sri.
for
Okay.
today.
Yeah, yeah, fine, fine. Guys, if you want to drop off, you can drop off, guys. If anyone having some doubt, they can stay here.
Thanks, Karan. Thanks for the session.
Yeah, yeah, thanks, guys. That's like if you see the Pragya's comment. Nowadays, market is not good, Rahul. Due to that, also they can ask many questions. They can expect many questions due to the cost cutoff. But in real time and with good market, they don't expect these many things. Okay, Rahul.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Okay. If any other question, guys.
Sir, we are going to cover there. I also heard that the silver layer, gold layer, platinum layer, bronze layer on the Azure. So, are we going to cover this also, or going to touch
No,
this
no, no.
topic?
No, you can simply go through that link I shared through the chat. Okay.
Okay.
You want an Azure? Just see. I'm covering Azure fundamentals. Okay. See, it is sixth class. In the sixth
Okay.
class, what and all I'm mentioning here, we will do that. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Any other question? Okay. Thanks, guys. I'll take this in a question. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.